Okay, so SQL course. What we will learn in this course. Because you joined the data program, okay? In this program, you will learn different tools and I'll say programming languages. So you will have Python course, you will have SQL course, and then you have machine learning, which is part of Python, I think next semester. And also you have the Power BI, okay, which is based on DAX language and M language. My course, or this course that you learn, it's basic on SQL. So we will learn how to deal with databases. Usually, for to save data or to have a data, there are different ways to save the data. The most famous ways, okay, it could be through files like Excel or CSV file, DAT file, any kind of file, or it could be through a database. So if you have Excel file, in an Excel file, there's a tab here for the sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and in each sheet you will have columns and rows. In each column and row you have values here, for example, first name, last name, ID, phone number, and etc. So in that file we have the data. We may need to use that data to do some statistics, to do some reporting, with machine learning, prediction, classification, different kind, generate reports, used with Power BI, some visualizations. But if you have, for example, billions of records in a database, or let's say millions of records in a databases, so at the end of the month, maybe you have billion records. At the end of the year, you have billions. So saving data in Excel is not the best practice. So we have to save it in other formats, other ways. One of these tools is the database. Okay. There are, in reality, in real life, there are different kind of databases or different products. So I'll say here, start with database. It could be break down to 2 categories. By the way, anytime that you feel that you need more understanding, that you need to explain more, just say it. So I could stop and re-explain that part again. Anytime. Okay. For database, we have 2 categories. It could be on-premise, and it could be on the cloud. Basically, both of them, both sides, the on-prem and on the cloud, could be break down to another layer, 2 subgroups. It could be structured and non-structured. Also structured and non-structured. Is it okay till now? Any question? Thank you. In this course, we will mainly focus on the on-prem structured, this one. But For the structured, the same commands, the same language that is used with the on-prem, structured on-prem, could be used with the cloud on-prem. In this structure, we will use SQL language, structured query language. The same language, the same command, the same concept, the same clauses could be applied with the cloud structured part. For the non-structured, for example, let us that we have just an example, a language called X here, just an example. The same language that is used here could be used in the cloud. Also X. So, yes, please. Ngozi?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Good evening. Please, I don't know if this has been asked, but I wanted to know if this class is being recorded or if
Yeah,
it
it
will
is
be.
recorded. It is recorded.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's welcome. Okay. So this is a language called X, Y, Z, whatever the language. The same language is used on the prem, it's also used with the cloud. So don't freak out that we have cloud systems. No, it's the same command that is used on the prem that is used with the cloud. Same platform, different environment, same database, and different server. This is the whole meaning. So don't freak out that there's a difference between cloud and on-prem. Same. So just for example, we'll use SQL here, and also we'll use SQL here. SQL. Now, because in this course, we will stick on the on-prem, this part. There are, I'll say here, on-prem. There are different products, database products in the world. We have, for example, we have Oracle. We have Microsoft SQL, MS SQL. We have MySQL. We have PostgreSQL. We have Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, PostgreSQL. Yeah, these are the most. We have Access here, for example. We have Sybase. We have it's for IBM. I forgot the name. Anyway, another one. There are plenty of platforms. All of these platforms, Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, Postgre, any one of these, okay, use the same common language. So all of them use the same SQL language. There are some, I would say, fine-tuning details that each company they add to their tool, their language. But I would say, for example, more than 95%, they use the same syntaxes, the same sentences. So if you learn SQL with MySQL, I would say the same command could be used with MS SQL, same command could be used with Oracle, same command with Postgre, same command could be used with Access. So SQL, I would say it's a generic language that could be used with any kind of databases. I could use SQL with on-prem and on the cloud. Is it okay? In this course, we will not go directly with SQL. We need to learn fundamentals of database before we start going with the SQL. So now, I'll give you an example what I mean. If we have an Excel sheet, this is my Excel sheet, and I have first name, I would say phone number, and I would say salary. First name, phone, salary. And the first name, this column, by the way, and we have records here. SA 64744433333 and 1300. BN 576777888, and we have 2000 here and the rest. Now, for the first name, this is my first column. The phone is my second column. Salary is my third column. So this is column, column, column. This is my first row, the first record. This is my second record or row, and third, fourth, the last one. Is it okay? This is an Excel sheet. Now, in this Excel sheet, as I mentioned, we have 3 columns: first name, phone, and salary. Here in the first name, we have to write the name of that person. Samer, Michael, George, Mohsen, Lucina, Blessing, anyone. So there should be characters. Could I say Samer 1? For example, SAMER 1 or 123 as a first name. Do you have this name? Any participation?
No, we don't have this name.
We don't have. Exactly. Thank you. And we don't have, for example, S12MER. So we not have S. I'll add something here or percentage, just characters. And the phone, we don't have phone, for example, 647AA3B97. We don't have this kind of number. It's just numbers. So it should be numbers here. And for salary, we have numbers. We don't have 1,300 BK or 2,000. Okay, I'll say, for example, 2,000 SR and 2 OK. It's just numbers. So that's mean each column of these, each one of these, where's that? This one, just a minute. Okay, the one. Yeah. Each one of these 3 columns, it has a characteristic. Each one of these 3. This characteristics, it's called data type. This characteristic or property, it's called data type. Same idea, same concept that need to be applied, okay, for the tables in my database. Okay, I mentioned something called tables. What's the table? In my database, any database, MySQL. This is MySQL, a software that I installed in my computer. This is my MySQL. It's a software. An empty, a blank one. It contains nothing. So because it's an empty blank, so MySQL, it's like a container. Empty, blank. It contains nothing. Just install that tool. Inside this MySQL, I have to store my data. First name, last name, phone number, email address, postal code, salary, age, weight, all of this info. These info need to be saved and stored in a database. So inside MySQL, I could have multiple databases. I'll say DB1, DB2, DB3, and other end. So my databases also, I'll say database, yeah, DA, database. Also, the database is called a container. Like a folder, an empty folder, empty partition. Inside this partition or inside this folder, we have our tables. So for example, this table, I would say TB1, it contains 1, 2, 3 columns. All of this info will be saved here inside TB1. So that's mean to resketch this part, we have MySQL. If we drill down to MySQL, we could have DB1, DB2, DB3, and etc. So we could have a number of databases, each one of them for a specific need. For example, I need a database for salaries. I need a database for employees. I need a database for log. I need a database for sales, sorry. I need a database for marketing. So we could say that each database, it's like a hard drive, a partition in my hard drive. This is my hard drive, MySQL, okay? And inside MySQL, I have these partitions. And inside each partition, we could have tables. I said TB1, TB2, TB3, and etc. Each table contains columns and rows. Column 1, column 2, column 3. So first name, phone, salary, and etc. So I'll say this is my hard drive. These are my partitions. Okay. And these are my folders. And these are my files. In my file contains my data. Which data? These data. Is it clear?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, first name, last name, phone number, these files, okay, or columns, sorry, columns are called, yeah, columns, or sometimes we say they are attributes. TB1, TB2, TB3, we call them entity. So you could say column 1, column 2, column 3, or you could say, sorry, first column, second column, third column, or you could say first attribute, second attribute, third attribute, fourth attribute. You could say first table, second table, third table, or you could say first entity, second entity, third entity, fourth entity. It depends on the author that write that book. Now, for each column, like this, we have data type. In database, because it is structured database, in our database, because we will learn SQL, it's structured query language. So we need to select or set the data type wisely. So we need to spend the time and select what is the best or the most optimum data type for that column. Do I need only names? So it should be characters. Do I need numbers? Then it should be numeric. Do I have something like paragraphs? Then I have to select another. Do I have a date? So I need to specify that data type wisely. Each kind of database, like MySQL, MS SQL, Maria, Oracle, any one of these products, they have their own, okay, data type documents. So, for example, MySQL database, it has its own data type documents. So whenever you need to specify the data type for a column, there is no need to memorize the data type, all the data types of MySQL. Just go directly to the website, do a search, and select the best one that match your need. If someone said, okay, I'm not working with MySQL, I work with MS SQL. Is there any document for MS SQL? Yes. Also MS SQL, it has an own data type document, that you could go to that website document and read the document and then select the appropriate data type for that column. Same idea with Oracle, Postgre, and others. So again, there is no need to memorize all the data types for each database or any kind of database. No need. I'll say write it here, because sometimes people say that, do I need to memorize? No need to memorize. Is it okay? Any question? Cool. Now, let me stop sharing here and let me go to the website itself. Just a second. Where is the share? Here. Stop presenting here. Let me switch to the computer. Just a second. Close this one. Nothing here. Thank you. Google. Okay. Now, this is Google. I need to find the document of MySQL that let me know what are, and it will show to me the list of data types that are used for MySQL. I'll say here, MySQL data type. Here, the first link, it's MySQL Developer Zone. You could use one. There's no need to go to W3 Schools. It's up to you. But this is the official document from the MySQL itself. If you click on this link, you could notice here we have numeric data type, date and time, string, spatial, JSON, and others. I'll start with numeric data type here, for example. In numeric data type, we have this one. We have integer, we have fixed, we have floating, bit, and others. I will start with, for example, integer, this one. For the integers, we have tiny int, small int, medium int, integer, big int. All of these data types, all of them, they are used for integer numbers. But each one of them, it has its own boundaries. I mean, the minimum number and the maximum number, like a range. For example, I will example tiny int, this one. Okay, tiny int, I'll take this one example. It starts from 0 till 255. Small int, so if you have a value, for example, 300, tiny int is not useful for your case. If you have a value, for example, yeah, I'll say 3,500, so you could start with small int. So the minimum value is 0 and the maximum 65K. If you have a value, for example, 80K, 80,372, that means none of the tiny ints, neither one of them, the tiny int and the small int, match your need. So you have to switch the medium int. If you have in billions, this one. If you have bigger numbers, go with this one. So each one of them, it has its own range of values. So let me give you an example how to set the best one based on your needs. Let me stop sharing here and I'll share from here. West Shisk without it starts. Is that one on the chat? Am I asking in the chat? Oh, okay, no. Now, I'll give you a general example. If we are 4 packs, 4 persons, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 adults, a family of 4, parents and kids, and not adult, okay, kids. So totally 4. And we want to buy a car, vehicle. We have options. It could be Camry of 5 seats. It could be Honda CR-V, I'll say 7 seats. It could be Dodge Caravan. For example, just an example, 9 seats, just an example. So which one you prefer? Camry, Honda, or Caravan? What do you think?
The number of
Camry.
family Camry is enough.
Camry it's more than enough for me, exactly, because it match my need. Because we are 4, let us say this is the Camry. Okay, so we have 2 here and 3 here. This first one, second, third, and fourth. So we have only one slot is an empty slot. If you go with this Honda CR-V, we will have 2 and I'll say 3 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we have an empty slot, second and third one. So we'll have 3 empty seats. Georgina, do you get the difference? Yeah. So Honda CRV, it is good for me, but it's more than my need because we are only 4. If we go with the Caravan, for example, Caravan, because it's 9 seats, we have 2, and then let us say we have 3 here, then we have 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 empty, unused slots or seats. So it's more than my need. Does it work? Yeah, it works. So Camry works, CRV works, Dodge Caravan works, but the one that match my need, which is the optimal one, is the Camry, because I do not have a lot of empty slots or empty seats. I just have 1 empty seat, while in CRV and Dodge Caravan, I have 3 and 5, which is more than my need. Is it okay now? Sounds good. Same idea for the float numbers, decimal numbers. There are different kinds of numbers format. So data type. We have decimal, we have float, we have double float, variety. So choosing the best one, it depends on your need. So selecting the optimum data type, it's not just all of them integer, and decimal. No, you have to choose them wisely. And there is a reason for that, behind that. Because we are saving the data in the storage of the server or computer. So we need to reduce the waste of memory. So we need to have a good memory consumption, because we have a limit: 1 tera, 2 tera, 3 tera, 100 gigabytes, maybe. So we need to choose the data type wisely, so we will not waste a lot of memory. I'll give you an example. For the tiny int, the first one, it works from 0 to 255. By the way, there are 2 different ways to represent the number. It could be from 0 to 255, or it could be from minus 127 to plus 127. So I will start with the positive values only. For the small int, it's from 0 to 65, 355, as I remember. Let us say 365K, just 65K. And I have a column. I have a table. Okay. This table contains first name. I will say age, and I will say salary, for example. First name, age, and salary. For the first name, it's characters. We'll talk about characters later. So I will say SA, RA, BB. These are the records. For the age, usually the age could be from, I would say, from a year to 150 years. This is the maximum. We don't have, I don't think we have someone in the world that the age more than 150. So I have 2 options. I could use tiny int or small int. So which one you prefer?
Tiny int.
Tiny int, exactly, because it match my need. It's more than my need. Could I use small int? Yes, I could. But is it the best one, the optimum one? No, because it's more than my need. So I'll say tiny int here. TINY int. For the salary, I have, for example, $3,000. Some of them $9,000. Or we have 12K. So which one you prefer?
Small int.
Small int. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Georgina, you have a question. Georgina.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. Yeah, I was just wondering because you're talking about the capacity that it has. Does this actually, if we were to choose something larger for smaller amounts, is this something that it will not work at the end, or is it going to consume too many resources, or the space is going to be like what's the benefits of actually choosing the right data type?
Yeah, it's for the memory consumption because we have a limit for the memory. Okay, so I need to choose the memory wisely. This is the first. The second. Sorry.
I don't know whether this is valid here or not, but also limiting the number. Sometimes you enter by mistake more than needed. For example, an age you may put by mistake. For example.
Yeah, we will talk 100% correct, Hafiz. We will talk about the check and the validation within this course. We will talk about that, but mainly it's for the memory consumption. And the second part, by the way, the way that you explain it's correct 100%, Hafiz. It's a little bit advanced, but for the second part, because it will help us a lot for doing the search, for writing the query. We need a better performance for our queries. So choosing the optimum data type will help us to have results in less time, or let us say that with minimum time. Is that okay for you, Gina?
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a valid. That's precisely what I wanted to know. Thank you so much.
Yeah, most welcome. Now, if we have, for example, okay, or let us say that something with billions. I'll say I have a value here, million, not billion. Okay, 1 million. So definitely that tiny int will not match my need, small int will not match my need. Maybe I could have medium int that might match my need, or it could be integer. So again, whenever you have to design any table in any database, in any platform, anyone, I mean SQL, Oracle, Postgre, anyone, just do a search, find the data type documents of that database, and choose the one that match your needs. Is it okay? Do you want another example? Please. Do you want another example?
Yes, please.
Sure. Let us say that I want to buy a property, okay, a house. I am the only person, single. Okay, this is me. And I have options like studio, which is 1 bedroom, okay, and 1 bathroom, okay, BD and BR room, bathroom, okay. And I could buy, I'll say, apartment, okay, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. or I could have buy a townhouse, 3 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms and basements, or it could be semi, or it could be detached. Basically, I have the budget. I have $2 million of budget cash. Okay, so I could buy any one of these, all of them affordable for me. But because I'm a single person, there is no need to have a unit or say that a detached 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms and basement of 2 others. It's more than my needs. I'm a single person. So there is no need to buy it. It's more than my need. Same idea with the semi, same idea with townhouse. I might think about the apartment or a studio. Because I'm single, I prefer to have a studio. It's much my need. I'm a single person. If we are 2, or let us say 4, family of 4, parents, okay, and 2 small kids, 3 years and 4 years old. So yeah, we could have 2 bedrooms, primary bedroom and secondary bedroom for our kids. If we have family of also 4, okay, or let's just say, yeah, but we have parents and 2 teenagers, so we could have 1 primary and 2 secondary. If we are a family of 5, for example, I prefer to have with detached. So I have to choose the unit that match my needs. It's not necessary to spend a lot of money for a house, detached house, okay? And I'm a single person. Yes, Noha?
I'm sorry, I just need to ask. So in such a case, you're not considering future expansion, that you might be marrying, getting another family being bigger? No?
It's a good question, by the way. For the future expansion, if you have a plan, for example, for a future plan expansion on data type, okay, that's mean in this case we have to do modifying in the future. One part of databases. I'll talk about database and then I'll switch to the townhouse. Okay, there we could modify and change the structure of our tables. For example, I have a column that I said, okay, this column is for the employees. I do have employees, 300 employees, which is good. So I could select the small ends. But within time, the company has growth, and we have more than 1,000 employees. Okay, then say that okay, maybe that means we have to change the data type of that column. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. So change it from medium int to small int to medium int, or from medium int to, for example, integer or big int. It depends. Same idea. If you have a future plan for the house, you could start as a single studio, and then after 5 years, you have a plan to get married, and you maybe have a kids. At that time, you could sell this unit and have another unit. So it's modifying the unit that you have. Is it okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Most welcome. So designing any table in any database in any kind, on-prem, on a cloud, you have to do a good planning. You have to spend time of planning to set the range, the data type, the criteria of these columns. So don't say that designing a table, it's just doing all of the columns are integer, all the columns are characters, something like that. No, you have to choose them wisely and spend a good amount of time to choose these data types. Okay? Now, I think we need to have a break because I forget this. By the way, each time on all my in-person and online classes, I forget about having a break. So whenever you need a break, just say it. Because don't depend on me or rely on me. I keep forget that. Sorry. I apologize from the first lecture. So let us take a break for 10 minutes. So we resume at, now it's 7:26. We'll continue at 7:35. Just a break. Thank you. Let me stop mute.